I already gotcha.
Krista!
It's teamwork. It's teamwork.
You're thunder stealing.
Oh, you know what I noticed about that, Krista? You did not get the old stay in your lane like I get. You know what I mean? You didn't.
I know.
Reprimanded by Kristen to stay in your lane. Anyway, good morning, everybody. Welcome to Loan Officer Breakfast Club. Here we are once again, my friends. Wow, Rob Treat is here. What's going on, Rob? How you doing, man? It's good to see you, brother. What's happening, dude? What's going on? Yeah, and I hope you're doing well. Frank
doing well.
Good, doing well. Yeah, man, glad to have you here. Carla Joseph is here. Good to have Carla in the house. Hey, what's happening, sister? What's going on, man? All right, who else we got? TJ. Whoa, TJ with the ominous background. I kind of like that. That was pretty cool, man. All right, well, got all that stuff out of the way, all that nonsense. Hey, before we get started, one thing I wanted to make sure everybody knew about is this is Kristen Simpson. I just want to make sure that everybody knows who Kristen Simpson is, and just make sure that's been done. Good enough. All right, great stuff. Hey, we got a guest today in the house. It's going to be super fun. We're going to Brandon Barnum with us this morning. It'll be really neat. Can't wait to tee him up and get things going. Before we get rocking, though, Rob Treat, I did call on you and say good morning. So I was just hoping you could unmute real quick, Rob, and just say, hey, where you at? What's going on? What's happening with you, brother? How's things going, man?
Things are going well.
Cool.
I'm up in the St. Louis, Missouri market and just having a good time. Nice,
man. How long you been in the biz, brother?
Almost 29 years.
Wow. You're a salty dog, just like me. Yeah.
Yep.
Yeah, seen it all, haven't you, brother?
Yep, and then some.
Nice. All right. Well, business going okay for you up there in that area?
Yeah.
Well, yeah. Excellent, man. Excellent. How's the inventory doing up there? You guys seeing more coming on the market, or are you guys still kind of? Are you one of the markets that's still kind of tight on the inventory?
No, it's not tight, but the market slowed down.
A little bit, huh?
Yeah, a little bit, not a ton.
Yeah. Good enough, man. Well, hey, man, thanks for letting me pick on you and say good morning to you. I'm glad to have you here.
Glad to be here.
All right. Yeah, let's see. Who else can we just talk to? I want to hear a win. I'm going to pick somebody. No, I'm not going to pick somebody. You know what I'm going to do? I'm going to let Kevin Gillespie pick somebody. So, Kevin Gillespie, I want you to pick someone and have them share a win. So, you've got until the Jeopardy music stops to grab somebody.
That's Brad Atwood.
Brad Atwood. All right, Brad Atwood. He's always got to win. Well, he just shared a win yesterday.
Yeah, I was a little bit lucky. I had got two closings this month, and I took two applications yesterday. And the biggest win for me is that I just had back surgery and it was successful.
That's awesome, Brad. What's moving the needle for you?
Not a whole lot, but I'll say this. I will say this: the majority of the business that I'm getting is from my daily success plan follow-up calls to my realtors.
Good enough.
So they're starting to. We always say it takes several weeks, or in my case, a few months with some people.
Mm-hmm.
But I've got a very nice agent who I got to speak with her. And she was reluctant at first. And then somehow or other, I'm not sure how it happened, but it got past like a little needle point, and suddenly the reluctance dropped, and then she was wide open. She gave me a referral. She needs some open house help. And so I'm lucky on that one. I consider that a win.
Did you let her know that you were friends with me? Maybe that's what did it. It could be what pushed it over the edge. I mean, it happens. I tell you guys, you can let people know that. If you need to use that, go ahead and use it. Say, well, I'm friends with Frank or Ray. And then anything could happen. Just literally anything. Hey, man, congrats, Brad. Oh, hey, Brad, how about, I want to go one more. You pick somebody for a win. Okay, go.
Okay. Let's see. How about Adam Charney?
Awesome. All right, Adam Charney. Come on, man. Give us a win. Good. Give us a win, brother.
Yeah, so it's been a crazy couple months. Largest in probably 12 years for May, June. July is already record setting, and August is filling up. So,
holy mackerel! What a good pick,
yeah.
Brad. Well, okay. Well, what do you mean when you say the biggest? What does that mean to you? Like, how many units?
So, I mean, back in the day, I started in the late 90s.
Yeah.
Obviously, killed it with streamlines and early 2000s. Then '09 hit and took off from the biz. Just basically was sick of it for about 2 years, and then got back into it, and just steady grind, 1, 2, 3 loans a month, and just satisfied with that. But then just recently decided to kick it back in, start my own business again, which I was very reluctant to do, and just keeping it slow with myself. But now closing anywhere from 13 to 18 loans a month on my own. Just starting to set up a new crew, and just hired 2 new loan officers, another processor, and I'm thinking about possibly ramping it back up to back in the early 2000s, and really start cranking again.
Why not? Adam?
Boy, I did good picking a guy with wins, huh?
I mean, why not? Right, Carl? Why not? Why not kick it up?
Why not?
Why not? Adam, congratulations. You got a Loan Officer Breakfast Club t-shirt, right?
I certainly do.
Okay, good. Well, there you go. That explains it. Yeah. On the front, it says LOBC. On the back, it says, I know Frank. You're good to go.
That's right. And you're in the Navy, or we're in the Navy. So.
That's right. Yeah. And
grandfather captain World War II, so equal subs.
Well, there you go. Awesome stuff. Well, hey, I appreciate the wins. I appreciate everybody participating. Thanks so much for getting the morning started. Super, super good stuff. Give everybody a cheer for doing that. Couple of quick announcements before we get to our guest speaker today. So, Carl, I got one and you got one. You want to go first, or you want me to go first?
Go ahead, brother.
Okay, so I just want to remind everybody, today is Steve's Masterclass. You can still get in. If you have not done the Masterclass, you're going to want to do this. Steve is going to walk you through. Well, the headline is great. What's the headline of the class, Kristen's? Do you have that handy, or no? I'm putting you on the spot.
No, you're fine. I'm multitasking. The headline of the class is how
if
to
you
add.
Don't, the headline of the headline of it is, if you don't show up, you suck.
Well,
that's the headline.
All right.
What's the real headline? What's the real headline?
PS, and then there's a PS, and it says how to add 8 loans in 90 days without cold calling or buying leads.
I think that sounds like a good thing to attend. I mean, if you're not hitting the 8, it might be a good thing to attend. That's all I'm saying. And it's free. It's absolutely free, right, Kristen? It's absolutely free. It's today. I'm not sure what time it is today. I think it's at
12 o'clock Eastern time. And I just dropped the link in the chat. So if you haven't registered yet, you can still get in.
Okay, there it is. So it's new MMAmasterclass.com. The link is in the chat, new MMAmasterclass.com. If you're not swinging 8, you feel like checking it out, it's absolutely free. You just want to go ahead and register there, noon Eastern today. Carl, you had something you wanted to bring up as well?
Hey, this one is members only. So MMA members, Alliance, Freedom Club. In exactly 1 hour, we're starting what we're calling our 3-hour power challenge inside Call Stars. And I got to say, if you're not part of this, you're really missing on something big. So what we're doing is hour number 1. First of all, we're sharing all the scripts that we're doing, and then hour number 1, we're all collectively on a big Zoom just like this. We're calling our pre-approved lookings, and we're looking around, bringing those people back in that we pre-approved in the past. Hour number 2, we're digging into our past database, aka the warm leads, aka the low-hanging fruit. And then hour number 3 is our referral partner outreach. And we're using scripts to give updates, coffee invites, good old-fashioned asking for the dang business, honestly. It's simple, it's focused, and it just flat out works. Deals come from this stuff every single time. So for our members, be sure to show up. And I say it's 3 hours. What we're doing is we're doing 3 hours East Coast, and then we're doing 3 hours West Coast. So it's actually going from 9 from 9:30 till 3 p.m. Eastern time. So it's 3 hours for our West Coast friends too. And your members, you're welcome to be on the whole thing, of course, depending upon your time zone. And we're going to be taking a break once an hour and just kind of sharing some wins. It's a really good thing. And, just kind of picture, a flock of eagles flying together. We go better, further, and faster. So members, make sure that you're on that. I'll see you there in about 45 minutes, something like that.
Wonderful.
Right,
Wonderful
cool
stuff.
So who we got, man?
Well, before we get there, Carl, I'm just seeing some. Now, I'm a little confused about the link for Steve's class. Do either one of those links work? Because there's stevemasterclass.com that Jamie's putting in
So
there.
Jamie says it's stevemasterclass.com. I would go with Jamie.
Yeah.
Let's go with Jamie.
The other one brought up the same thing for me, but go with Jamie's. Go Steve.
Okay, so we're going to go with
Jamie.
stevemasterclass.com. Let's just make sure. Thank you, Jamie, for straightening us out. If you're getting value from this already, go ahead and tap that like button. It helps more loan officers find content that actually makes a difference. And hey, if staying ahead of the market and learning what's really working in our industry matters to you, hit that subscribe button and ring that bell so you don't miss another episode. We read every comment, so drop your thoughts down below. We'd love to hear from you and know what's working or what you'd like us to cover next. Thanks for tuning in, and we'll catch you here next time. Okay, well, today we have a special.
Don't forget, real quick, we have the flux capacitor before you.
Oh, the flux capacitor. Very quickly, launch the flux capacitor. The flux capacitor. Okay, guys, we are going to let you know, of course, every Wednesday how much capacitance is left in the year. And so we are at, believe it or not, 53.8% left in the year. Let's call it 54%. The flux capacitor is in the chat right now. That's what's left in the year, guys. So about 54% of the year is left for us to hit our goals, to hit the goals that we said that we were going to do. We promised ourselves we were going to do at the beginning of the year. And as we're bringing up Mr. Barnum, maybe in the chat, if you just want to let yourself know. Well, no, don't do that. I'll hold off on that. Anyway, just want to let you know that's how much time we got left. We always go over that on Wednesdays. Just keep that in mind, right? We're a little over 50% left in the year. What I would like you to drop in the chat before I bring on Brandon Barnum is this. Has anyone here ever done a presentation for like a real estate group, maybe the board breakfast or at a sales meeting for realtors or something like that where you got to present in front of realtors? Have you ever done that and picked up business from it? Have you ever gotten a deal by doing that? So has anybody ever done that? Just curious. Let's see. Okay, we got a lot of yeses coming up here. Okay, so only every time, Carl. Okay, so everybody's saying yes. So I would say that probably we're thinking that doing these presentations when you have the opportunity to do them is, a good thing to do, right? You get exposure to more agents, right? And, you can always pick up business. Carl, I know you've experienced this. I've experienced Kevin Gillespie. You've experienced this, right? This is when you do a presentation for a group of people, this is what always happens every single time I've ever done a presentation. I do a presentation for a group of people. At the end of that presentation, most of them, not all of them, you can say most of them kind of feel like, okay, I like this person. I know this person. I like this person, right? Because I got to know this person. And then what always winds up happening is the little line starts to form at the end where people want to talk to you, right? And go, hey, man, tell me about this or tell me about that. Here's my card. Let me get your card. This exchange of cards goes on, right? And next thing you know, you're picking up some business from it. It's just the way it works, right? It's just the way it works.
I always called it the golden apple, Frank. That the student always wants to bring the teacher an apple out of honor. Yeah. And in our case, it's leads and deals and referrals.
It's a wonderful way to look at it. Yeah. So I would like to introduce to you guys Brandon Barnum. So I'm gonna spotlight you really quick, Brandon, real quick, just so people can make sure they're looking at the right guy. So this is Brandon Barnum. Brandon Barnum, a friend of mine, we got to know each other fairly well here, fairly recently, and he is the CEO of something called Raving Referrals. Raving Referrals. And there's a book called Raving Referrals for realtors, I believe. And but he has put together an extremely comprehensive class method system for loan officers to be able to do incredible presentations that kind of self-perpetuate, if that's a right word, Kristen, I don't know. I was kind of a linguist in the Navy, but I may miss them sometime. That perpetuates other business, okay? From doing one kind of leads to the next, to the next. I won't say any more to blow it and screw this whole thing up, Brandon. So why don't you take it away? Tell us what Raving Referrals is, how loan officers can plug in, and how they benefit from it.
Well, Frank, I think you did a pretty good job teaming me up. So thank you for that. Thank you guys for having me. Carl, appreciate you having me here. I was a recovering loan officer myself, did 12 years in the mortgage business from 97 to 09. I got out in 09 during the last kind of little thing that we all went through, and I've been building tech platforms ever since. But one of the things that I learned as a loan officer is the importance of really serving your realtors and adding value beyond what everybody else is doing. And when you're in front of the room, just like Frank said, when you are in front of a room full of realtors and teaching them, educating them on how to boost their business, it elevates your expert authority, changes the game, puts you in a position where now you're building relationships. And so let me just show you what we built. I'll go ahead and share the screen here and give you a little sample of this. So what we have is a course called Raving Referrals for Real Estate Agents, and it's all about helping them solve their number one biggest challenge, which is needing more deals, right? And the reality is that's the same challenge that most of the people in this room face and most of the people in the world face. So what we do is we help them to really identify the gaps in their business. It starts with their referral score. So this is designed as a 2-hour class that your title companies and your other partners are filling for you. So you're in front of 25, 50, 100 real estate agents at a time. And we start with the referral score, which is 10 best practices when it comes to the referral business. Promoting themselves is one of the 10. What we find is on average, realtors score 37 out of 100, and this identifies some pain points in their business. The reason we start here is now you've got their attention. They're like, man, this is totally some of the gaps when it comes to referrals. And then what we do is we teach them about personality science. We show them a system where they can actually more than double their listing conversions, increase them by an average of 123% by customizing their conversations and their presentations to match their buyers and sellers' natural personality. When you understand why people buy, then you can close more deals in less time. And that's what we teach the agents how to do. We walk them through the 3 sources of raving referrals, including their clients, their social sphere, and then all of the other business professionals who serve homeowners, which is you. As we go through the program, we teach them the art of the ask. And this is one of the biggest gaps that we find is that realtors and others don't get as many deals as they should because they're uncomfortable asking for referrals. So we've created a unique method called the art of the ask where they set the stage, listen for referral triggers and ASK to GET, and this helps them get way more deals than ever before because we teach them how to approach it from a place of service, not selling. And so this blows people away. And then we spend quite a bit of time going into referral partnerships because what we know is that on average, realtors only have between 79% of agents have 0 to 2 referral partnerships. 32% have 0 that send them at least 1 deal every 90 days. 47% have 1 to 2. And so it's a big gap in their business. And we said, what if you could really create a strong business alliance with all of the other people who are serving agents and homeowners every single day? And what if you had 10, 20, or even 100 referral partners out there scouting for business for you consistently over and over and over again? We teach them how to really formalize those referral partnerships. We've got scripts and tips, and I'm sure you guys are teaching some of this as well. But what we're finding is when you've got a room full of realtors and you're walking them through this concept, and now you're talking about unity through community and really connecting their local neighborhoods and doing community co-marketing. And this actually leads to them promoting you to all of the homeowners that they serve. But as we go through this class, there's light bulbs going off constantly, aha moment after aha moment. At the end of the class, what you do is that we have a QR code where they scan that, they complete a quick survey, and as a result of that, they get a certificate of completion, a bank code profile, and then they get the referral partner blueprint to really lock in what they've just learned from you. And what we know is that the realtors absolutely love it. I'm going to share just one more screen about this was a great quote, actually. Let me share this real quick from Donnie Strickland. She said, using the Raving Referral system in 1 year, I created 69 new referral partners who gave me 461 referrals that led to 170 loan applications. So that's what we want for your business. And the beauty of the class is that at the end, you capture not only all the contact information, but you capture opportunities. And so what you'll see here is we ask on a scale of 1 to 5, how would you rate the overall quality of the course? And then on a scale of 1 to 5, how would you rate the effectiveness of the trainer? And then the big question, how likely are you to recommend this? Now, this is Net Promoter Score. On the average, this class from realtors is scored 9.5 out of 10. So they love it. There's breakthroughs. They get a ton of value out of it. And then what happens is we ask them for referrals. If there are 3 other people that you would recommend this class to, if you provide that name and number, we're going to give you a free copy of the book. We send them an ebook of the Raving Referrals for Real Estate Agents book itself. Now, the other thing that's cool about this is at the end, we also ask them if they would be interested in offering this course to their organization, their branch, their brokerage. And so what happens is one class turns into 5 classes. And now you've got the ability to continually be in front of rooms full of realtors. At the end, what we recommend you do is reach out to each of those that gave you a high rating and sit down and talk about formalizing their referral partnerships, because most of them don't have many partners, and now they realize there's a gap, and you can be the guide. And when you're in front of agents, you can help them really boost their business strategically. It makes a tremendous difference, and now you're in a different conversation with them. So Frank, I know you've got some thoughts. Do you want to add a few things there?
Yeah, I just want to make kind of get this out there. So basically, you've got this incredibly comprehensive class that you teach that clearly they're rating it 9.5 on the surveys that you get. They like, right? They love this. And so what the loan officers here can do is if they connect with you and get signed up with you, they essentially go through a certification process, right, to be able to deploy the class properly to a group of agents. And then also what you help them with, and correct me if I'm wrong, but you help them with like the marketing materials so that they can get something in front of the agents. Hey, I conduct this class. This is what it is. It's Raving Referrals, the picture of the book, which looks very impressive, right? This is what I've been certified to teach. Was hoping we could get something going, or work with your title company. Hey, let's put on a class, pick a date, get the word out that this is what we're going to do. So you help with that as well. So you get them certified, and then you help them with the methodology to get the classes started, if you will. Right? I'm on track there.
100%.
Okay.
So it's a certified trainer opportunity. If you go through the program, it's about 6 hours of online training that you'll do to really be able to master the curriculum and teach the class. And then also, as Frank said, we teach you how to fill the class, which is super important. We give you the flyers, the marketing materials to be able to share and promote the class. And then we teach you how to enlist other partners in filling the class for you. So you're in front of rooms full of realtors. And then what we're seeing is that one class, we have about 50 trainers right now. Our goal is to have 500 by the end of the year, but we only select one per local mini market, about 300,000 population. So we're looking for great trainers that are committed to being in front of agents on a regular basis. And when you are, it just loads you up with relationships that leads to referrals.
Hey, Carl, we talk about doing presentations for real estate agents all the time. And what do we normally recommend? Like once a month, something like that, if you can. Inviting
well, it depends on how many
events.
it depends on how many closings you want. I mean, I don't. That's not meant to be a smart aleck question.
Yeah.
But every time I do them, it's like what you were saying earlier. Is you get you make a connection to these people, and somebody made a comment earlier. It eliminates the cold call because we have a little. Brandon, we have a little kind of a tagline we say here that Oprah can't make a cold call because everybody knows who she is. And so the goal of the loan officer is become the Oprah or the insert in famous name for your local area. You kind of become like a local celebrity, so that when you show up and you go to these things, or you send over your pre-approval letter to that listing agent, and she was in your class last week, they go, oh, I know Brandon, I trust him. Number one, he's a good-looking man, and number two, he taught a great class, So, hey, tell me a little bit about this referral partner score, Brandon. Tell me how that works. That's interesting.
Yeah, so on the referral partner, what we've done is we've surveyed over 2,000 agents. We asked them how many partners they have that give them at least one deal every 90 days, or at least one referral every 90 days. And so are you asking about that, Carl, or the referral score quiz?
They like at the very beginning, you had like It looked like you're a score for the referral partners.
The agents. Yeah.
That's the referral score quiz. So what we've done is we've identified the 10 best practices when it comes to referrals as they self-score themselves from 0 to 10 so that way they can identify all the gaps in their business, where they're strong and where they're weak. So, and we give you great handouts too. So they literally have a handout where they're going to fill that out in class.
Do that again, Brandon.
Sure. So they're gonna hand that out in the class, and then you're gonna walk them through those different elements and how they score when it comes to the 10 best practices.
Does that help me identify who the best cherry pick the best referral partners to really follow up on, or does it help me identify their gaps that maybe I can fill?
Yeah, two different things. So the referral score quiz is their gaps in their referral business, right? How do they rate their service? Do they have a plan for generating referrals? How often are they communicating, asking for referrals, following up, thanking people? So those are the 10 best practices when it comes to the referrals themselves. Then at the end, we ask them about their referral partnerships. How many do they have? Who are their best sources? And we identify those top 50 categories and industries that they should be getting referrals from, because the reality is realtors give a ton of referrals out and they don't get many back. And we're here to change that.
Yeah. Good stuff, Brandon.
Hey, thanks for enjoying this Loan Officer Breakfast Club YouTube video. If you are into industry news, if you like to keep up with what's going on within the mortgage and real estate industry, you might not be aware of this, but you can get free news snippets every single day by going to loanofficerbreakfastclub.com. In the top nav bar, you'll see in the news. Click it, daily, fresh news about the mortgage and real estate industry. There's even loan officer perspective and realtor perspective on each news story that you can make use of in your marketing. So enjoy loanofficerbreakfastclub.com/in the news. I could see this. It's interesting because you've got like 50 certified trainers in the country now, but you want to get to 500. And you're kind of limiting that to sort of little geographic pockets, so you don't have 5 guys in the same city that are raving referral trainers.
Well, he didn't want to have 3 of us here in Crystal River, Florida, all sending out the same messages, same emails, because the idea is to make it look like I'm kind of the source and I came up with this, and me and my marketing team, which Brandon would be part of my marketing team, right? So that's not a deception, but it just seems more genuine if I don't have 15 people sending out the same message. So
exactly.
I like that.
And I could see this if, an individual loan officer, of course, wanting to be that person for sure. I could see this being maybe even a branch manager. I'll be the guy, I'll do the classes and I'll hand the relationships off kind of a thing. Mm-hmm. I could see a lot of different ways to take advantage of it. I think it's really cool, man. Carl, that's why I wanted to have him on. I think it's a really neat system. And it's very, very cool the way he's got it, where you get certified. The book is beautiful. Do you have a copy of the book there?
Oh, yeah.
Brandon, here. I just got it. This is legit. Like, this is a legitimate, realtors buy this. Like, you can buy this book and, they learn from it. But you're essentially becoming the certified trainer of the content of this published book. So I don't know. I just think the whole thing is super neat. Best way to get to Brandon and figure this stuff out, guys, see if you want to be a part of it, is go to the link, Kristen, is ravingreferrals.com. ravingreferrals.com. And if you use the code animals or animals, Brandon got both just in case we mess it up on our end. So it's either animal or animals. If you use the code, they get some extra content. What do they get if they use that code?
Yeah, so we're going to actually mail you 10 copies of the book itself so that you can give this as a gift. You can sit down with agents, take them through it. So you've got content curriculum that you can teach after the fact. We're also going to do a spotlight video for you as a Raving Referrals certified trainer. And if you go to ravingreferrals.com/trainer, that'll give you the specific information. But if you go to ravingreferrals.com, just click that certified trainer link at the top.
I think it's really slick.
Yeah,
I think it's super cool.
Teaching has really been a catapult for my business. And Brandon, the big mistake I made is I thought that I had to wait until I was an expert to teach. And boy, that was a mistake, because as long as I know something that I can share, right? Just one good thing to share. Yeah. The best way to learn is by doing it. It's kind of like riding a bike. You don't wait till you can ride a bike before you jump on one. You jump on you, and that's how you learn to ride. And I think that was a big mistake I made, is I waited 2, 3, 4 years before I started doing the teaching. And now the local real estate association Like anytime they have somebody that calls in sick or something like that, they'll call me up and ask me if I can come pinch hit real quick, because they know I'm an easy yes. And boy, I tell you, that's done me really, really, really well. So good stuff, Brandon.
Yeah. Hey, Brandon, one more question for you too. If I want to get certified, you said it's about 6 hours of training, but that's that's self-paced, right? So I can tap in and get my stuff done. But obviously the sooner I get through it, the sooner I get certified, the sooner I can deploy the strategy.
You do 10 minutes at a time if you want, Frank. It's a total of 6 hours, however you slice and dice it.
Yeah. And again, too, I'd say this too, a 6 hour certification means this is no joke, right? Like this is the real deal. You become a certified trainer of a well thought out program to help agents. I think it's impressive.
I tell you what I would do. I'd block out a weekend. and I'd consume it, on a Saturday and Sunday and get it done. So I can start getting results from it. Thanks for being here, Brandon. Good stuff, brother.
Oh, my pleasure.
One last thing, Brandon, before we roll too, is there like a support group for the trainers, the certified trainers? Support group's a bad word, Carl. But like a community, like where they can talk to each other and go, "Hey, man, I did this one or I did that one," or anything. Is there anything like that, or is it on the way?
We have a director of training. We have calls every month where we bring the trainers through.
Okay.
And we're constantly training the trainers to get them better and sharper, and then they have the ability. We have an online community as well, so they can connect and talk about what's working and what they need help with.
See, that's cool. That you're not left out on your own. You're not getting certified, and it's just me against the world. It's like I've got a community of others who are certified trainers, and we're working together to get better at what we do.
Sharing best of ideas. I like that.
Yeah.
Good stuff, Brandon.
Excellent stuff. So,
hey, Frank, where you been hiding this guy, man? He's fantastic.
I know, man. I know. He'd be good to get on a class too at MMA.
Yeah,
where you can spend a little more time, than. Oh, and by the way, Carl, you got to admit, you mentioned it to me privately. Great trainer voice, Brandon, right? You got a killer voice. And plus,
I messaged Frank inside. I said, all right, I wonder if he teaches how to talk like he does. Guy's got a fantastic voice.
But then the other thing too is congratulations on getting through a lot of content very fast, because that's not an easy task and you did it. So appreciate that.
Appreciate you having me.
All right. So ravingreferrals.com, ravingreferrals.com, use the code animals, get additional content, and you're good to go. Today is Wednesday, past client database day, but I would recommend, man, get on Call Stars today. We got our 3-hour blitz.
Yeah, don't miss the 3-hour power hour. It's really good stuff. So
yep. So good stuff. Well, I think we're good to go. You guys good?
I think we're good.
I'm good.
But hey, before we head out, let's see. Let me grab somebody. Wait, I'll wait till it puts it in his mouth. Now, hey, Greg. Greg, I was waiting. Wait, he's almost got it. As soon as
you said that,
and now if you'll pin him, if you'll pin him up here, Frank.
Sure, absolutely. Yeah, he's getting spotlighted. We are going to see the actual Cheerios being devoured up front.
Greg,
and personal.
Give us the wisdom of the day. Give us a take home message. Give us hey, we're getting ready to start our day. Give us some words of wisdom or something. I'm putting you on the spot here.
Come on, Greg.
Inspire me.
All right. This might be a little off course, but here's my words of wisdom for today, especially in the light of having the 3-hour call session coming up. But this is for anybody doing 2-hour calls. Write down, even if it's on pen and paper, who you're going to call before you start calling. Make a list first.
Be intentional.
The biggest mistake I made for too long was just jumping in and sort of flitting around. Once I just spent 10, 15 minutes before each call starts, and now I just have these updated lists that I just update. But writing that list first, so you know this is who I'm getting through today, and it will make you make the calls.
That's fantastic on the spot wisdom right there, Greg. Greg, I saw things, and I don't remember the exact number, but it was something like that. That the average, and this was top level salesperson, the average top level salesperson. So this is not the wannabes. This is like the movers and the players. It was something like it was like 68% of their time. What should I do next? Most of their time was deciding what to do next instead of having like a list that you have, like, this is what I'm doing today. And heck, you do it in a third of the time, and then you got a lot more free time to either make more sales or, frankly, go have lunch with the Mrs. or the Mister, or go hit a bucket of balls, leave the office a little early. So great wisdom today, buddy. Good stuff today, Frank.
See you
awesome.
Stars.
All right, good enough, Greg. See you there. All right, guys, have a great day, man. Let's get this day rolling. Brandon, Barnum, Raving Referrals. Thank you, my friend. A pleasure. Go to ravingreferrals.com. Use the code ANIMAL or ANIMALS. Get extra content. You guys have a great day. We will see you here tomorrow, as usual. Same bat channel, same bat time. Adios, my friends. See you. Bye-bye.
Have a great day, everybody. See y'all at 12 o'clock today on Steve's Masterclass.